Today is our 10th Africa Business Day, and I am delighted to welcome participants, ambassadors, representatives of African and Swiss embassies, partners and guests to our first hybrid edition of the Africa Business Day.
The world has evolved, as have the relations between Switzerland and Africa. In 2021, for the first time, the Swiss government adopted a comprehensive Sub-Saharan Africa strategy with the aim of deepening relations with African states.
The Africa Business Day is our annual flagship event where really the Swiss business community with a link to the African continent meets.
We really pride ourselves, and this is linked to the construction industry, to have solutions for the local market. But the products that we sell, let's say here in Switzerland or other Western European countries versus the products that we supply to India, to Latin America and African job sites, they're not always the same. Sometimes if you build a bridge that has to have a certain design strength, then they are the same. But then when it comes to waterproofing basements here in Switzerland, people are expected to store their computers or documents in their basement. And if you go to India, the requirements on the humidity in the basement is completely different. So we have to have this local presence with local products, with local solutions to be successful.
I think this event is excellent to networking, to connect, to meet people, to interact and to exchange. In the light of the reality of what is Africa, what is the environment of this continent, also the great opportunities which has this continent.
This is my first time attending the Africa Day in Switzerland, and after the last 2 years it was important that the bank goes out and extends its network and connections and also just foster the relationships that already exist, but most importantly also just to understand the needs that businesses in Switzerland have of Africa and Tanzania specifically. So it's important that we understand from the ground what they need, and so that the bank can create better solutions and better products.
Understand the youth needs, number one. Design products and services that meet the needs of the youth. Market and advertise products and services through the channels that impact them. And what do they look out for? 3 things: simplicity, speed, and seamlessness.
There's synergies, there's so many conversations. I witness it, so much networking happening. So I definitely think that a forum like this has a place, and people that are Swiss people that are looking to do business in Africa and vice versa, African businesses that want to connect with Europe, with Switzerland. I think it's a great forum.
This event is very important for especially my country, Zambia. As Zambia, we benefit a lot from our engagements from the SABC. From here, we meet a number of companies that are of interest to our country.
African Business Day is one of the first contacts for Xara to understand who might be the key actor in the field and who to connect with. So it was a network opportunity clearly for us, and possibility to present our company to an African audience.
If we're thinking about the interconnectedness between innovation, ESGs and the youth in Africa, it's a critical component, because the youth in Africa are the custodians of innovation today, but they're also going to be the future innovators moving forward. And so that's the interconnectedness, and that's the linkage between the 3.
When you look at a continent with almost 1.2 billion population, 70% youth population is incredible in terms of opportunities, infrastructure deficit, and the volume of investment that is required. We use a forum like this to be able to tell the story. We can show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. But the important thing is that within those things, we can show you the opportunities.